Thump, 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 thump. It's your boy Big Vern. Welcome to App Stupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We did it. We in season 4. Thanks to people like you who want a broader conversation, whether it's about the NBA, both conferences, or you want to talk some NFL, both conferences and all divisions. We got that for you. We also got hip hop picks for you. Albums that we listen to, we pushing, and we actually just want to go ahead and further the conversation and get good music in circulation. Not to mention, we also do college football, all conferences, along with college basketball. So, yeah, we do a lot. Sit back, relax, have a good laugh on us, and oh yeah, hit the like and subscribe. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Let's get started. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a beautiful Tuesday here in the Midwest. 34 degrees right now. They're talking about the high is going to get up to 60. So if you're going to get your pets out early, get them back in where it's nice and warm. Also, they're talking about 10% chance of storm. So dress accordingly. Great show lined up for you today. Gonna start in Miami. Jimmy Biscuits, he shows up, and Bam Adebayo, he's got something to say about it. We'll go ahead and get into that. Also, Damian Lillard from the Milwaukee Bucks. His season is abruptly ended because they found blood clots in his legs. We'll go ahead and talk about that. Then there's a scandal out of Michigan where the quarterback's coach, Mr. Matt Weiss, goes full scumbag. We'll talk about that in depth and detail. And the Grizzlies, they mauled the Jazz, and it wasn't pretty. They won every statistical category there was to win. We'll go over these stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. New rap album out on the streets. Benny the Butch and 38 Special. Stabbed and Shot 2. In stores now. The deluxe edition. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. The 1st of April is crazy. Throwaway Music 2, Who Really the King, Center Stage, Brick Specials, Jesus Arms, Bad Guy, and many more. Benny the Butch and 38 Special, Stabbed and Shot 2, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Benny the Butch and 38 Special. I thought the project was dope. So I'm not going to go ahead and delay this. Bam Adebayo, he was having himself a night last night. And Jimmy Biscuits, he comes back to South Beach to get that work. Now, it couldn't have gone any worse for the Bay Area. No Steph. They're on this road trip. 10 more games to sprint to the end of the season. And Golden State, they looked spent last night, scoring a miserable 18 points in the second quarter of that game. Yes, that's right. 18 points. Don't worry. It did get worse. It got worse in a game they needed, and they could have stole one on the road because in the third quarter, Golden State was making that push, and they got the lead hacked down. And from there, it's almost like they gave up. They dug themselves too big of a hole to recover, and Miami was having all of that. Now, Kyle Ware, I will say this. He had himself a game. I like the way that Spoelstra puts him in the game coming off the bench. And that's an Indiana guy, so I can be high on that. But 16 points in the final moments of regulation, that's just repugnant. I mean, again, I told anybody who would listen that Jimmy Butler is artificial sweetener. He'll get you a few wins, but then he'll turn into Jimmy Biscuits. And last night, the clock struck midnight. 11 points on 5 of 12 shooting, rocking 2 assists and 6 rebounds. When the star goes down, you got to step up. He knows this. But again, real ones who know what time it is, they know who this guy is. He hasn't had a game this bad since he rolled into Madison Square Garden and went 3 of 11 for 11 points. Yeah, get his ass out of here. Get him out of work. Get him all the way the hell out of here. In the last 3 games, they only managed to beat the Raptors. Again, this is a team that everybody kept saying as soon as they got Jimmy Butler, they were going to be this juggernaut in the Western Conference. I was like, well, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. They haven't developed the bench. They don't really give the young guys any run outside of Kuminga. Trace Jackson Davis, I don't know what their plan is for him. Draymond Green is feckless. I don't know what you want to see from the Golden State Warriors. And now you have Steph hurt. They've got to stand up. You told us Buddy Hield was statistically the best three-point shooter in the NBA coming off the bench. Kind of crazy because the numbers did lie, because when you watch him play, it's just like, we let Clay go for that guy? Give me a quick 20 on a rap album. We'll land this plane. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. Yo, shout out to Biz Marquee. We pushing another rap album this month. Jim Jones at the church steps. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Genesis, Walking on Business, featuring Keenan Streets and Conway the Machine, Op Thought with Fabulous and Drama B2R, Back in My Bag, and What's Going On, featuring Dave East. Jim Jones at the church steps, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Jomo. I like it. Like I said, I thought the project was dope. That's why we sitting here pushing it. So when we last left off on the other side of the content, we talked about the Golden State Warriors in the last 3 games. The only team they've been able to beat is the Toronto Raptors, and that's one of the worst teams in the NBA. Now, they're ahead of the Clippers, and the Clippers' record right now is 40 wins, 31 losses. They may slide down the stretch. They don't play a team with a winning record until you get to April the 1st, in which they have to go play the Memphis Grizzlies, which the Grizzlies look really good right now. They made short work of the Jazz. We'll talk about that later on in the show, but they are playing great team ball, and Ja Morant was not in that game. He's been hit and miss this year because of injuries. However, if they can rest Ja for the regular season and get a healthy Ja in the playoffs, or a somewhat healthy Ja, trust me, the Memphis Grizzlies could find themselves in the Western Conference Finals. However, I don't think that about Golden State. I just don't think that about these guys. After the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, just a brutal stretch of games, and they're the 6th seed, and that hangs in the balance. They could slide as far as down to number 8, which is not far-fetched when 2 games separate the Clippers, the Warriors, and the T-Wolves in a congested Western Conference. If you go and you look at my segment when I said LeBron James, he had left about 2 to 3 weeks ago with a groin, with some sort of groin muscle injury. And I was saying that LeBron wanted to come back by April the 1st or April the 2nd. He came back a little too early. I don't know what influenced that decision, because if it's not truly healed, LeBron is risking the Lakers' postseason hopes. He's risking the Lakers' postseason hopes if he's not particularly healed. However, he has to come back because the Lakers are just losing to everybody. They lost to Orlando. And I know, like I said, again, I'm just going to be right about these things. when I said I don't see this thing materializing to take these teams everywhere else. Once you get out of the honeymoon phase, and you're right now in the dog days of the NBA where you got to make that last push. And these guys are some of these guys are falling apart. We've got injuries piling up. But back to Jimmy Biscuits. Draymond Green, he was absolutely worthless tonight. 2 putrid points, 104 shooting, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, which is grotesque. 23 minutes of repugnant basketball was exhibited by this man as usual. You all know I stay on Draymond Green because he has absolutely no value whatsoever, him being out there on the floor. And Kyle Ware exposed him. He could do nothing with Kyle Ware. Not in the dead post, not in the 15-foot outside the mid post. And I mean, he even was catching it in the lane on this dude. Yeah, that's how bad this game was. And Bam, nobody was catching him. He was a tough sell all night. However, if you are a Golden State Warrior fan, are you worried that if Steph Curry misses the next 8 games, that they will fall out of playoff contention? Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at App Stupid.